Today on the channel, we got a massive unboxing with Kang and Kodos Super 7 Ultimate Simpsons.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Super 7 Ultimate Simpsons unboxing and review. And today we got one of galactic proportions with Kang and Kodos Aliens. But for all your Simpsons Super 7 needs, make sure you hit up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. And of course, you can also go over to the Super 7 website and put in code KyleP at checkout to support this very YouTube channel. And today, we got two big beefy boys, possibly the biggest Super 7 Ultimate figures of all time. I really thought Wingnut and Screwloose from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line, check out that unboxing if you missed that on the channel. Thought those guys were going to take the cake, but this one, just absolutely massive. And you gotta get the most out of your molds, as we do know. So we got Kang and Kodos using a lot of the same parts, so figured we'd do these two together in the same video. It's kind of like a tag team unboxing is what it is right here. But the Super 7 Simpsons line continues here today, like I said, with two giant figures. And of course, we're gonna do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're gonna take a look at the packaging, we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna unbox it, we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna see where it goes from there. We're gonna put old Kodos over to the side, and we're gonna focus on Kang. Not to be confused with, of course, Marvel's Kang, as we do know. And I guess I should grab this, the big shipper outside box here, of course, Simpsons style. You can also use it as a hat if you wanted to. Definitely is big enough, or maybe a boat for a little kid. You put him in the river and you just stick the kid in there and it just floats down the river. You could do that if you wanted to. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could. On the back, we get a little bit of graphics here. How to cook for 40 humans. We remember that from the Treehouse of Horror. And it's crazy to think how deep a Simpsons toy line could go. The World of Springfield went extremely deep, but man, all the characters over the years, and just the Treehouse of Horror characters alone is like 50 sets worth of stuff. So a lot can be done with the Simpsons line. See you later, as we do know. But we're going to dive into Kang first. Like I said, Kang the Conqueror in a lot of ways. Two head sculpts for this one. Absolutely wild. We do get Maggie Simpson given her first appearance in the line. This will just have to do, I guess, at this point. We got Simpsons Kang down there. Big window box looking crazy. And then on the back, we got Kang. And then we got a little bit of blurb. Let's see what it says about our old friend Kang right here. Appears in Treehouse of Horror, Season 2, Episode 3. Original air date, October 25th, 1990. And I'm going to take him off line here in a second, but I figure we might as well do both of these at the same time. First, Simpsons packaging once again for Kodos. You got him just foaming at the mouth. He's hungry for some humans. See you later. Goodbye once again. And then we get the big window box for him. Like I said, a lot of similarities between these two. There's no doubt there, but looking very good. And then on the back, Kodos. And it does say, appears in Treehouse of Horror, Season 2, Episode 3, October 25th, 1990, once again. Quite the year, 1990, as we do know. Ultimate Warrior, anyone? There you go. But I'm going to take these guys offline, get them out of the package. We'll be back talking all things Kang and Kodos. Alright, got Kang and Kodos out of the package, and I gotta say, I've unboxed a lot of Super 7, I've unboxed a lot of Mattel, I've unboxed a lot of Hasbro on the channel, and all points in between. These were some of the hardest to get out of the package ever. Twist tie after twist tie, tape after tape, locked in plastic after locked in plastic, and then we even had some kind of big wrappings around, kind of like plastic wrap around their heads. So there was a lot to take off to get these removed, but that is a good thing. That means they're staying put in the package, no issues. I can't imagine having anybody get anything dislodged out of the package. But man, talk about a big figures that are really packed in there. Definitely going to set aside a half hour to unbox these two is what I will say. But I got Kang Kodos out of the package. We're going to go through both of these. Very similar characters you can imagine, but we're going to start with the accessories. We're going to start with Kang first. Earth Capital. That's where he's headed, and I think this was hanging on their ship or hanging out of something, or was it a necklace? I can't remember, but it is Earth capital here. So another little Easter egg from the years of The Simpsons, as we know. I'm going to stick that off to the side. Then we do get Maggie Simpson as an accessory, I guess we'll call her. Of course, this is when she is a member of their species. I already forgot what the species name was. I think it's like impronounceable by humans or something like that. But you do got movement on the head here. She's got one fang baby teeth. But besides that, it looks like Maggie, a little bit angry Maggie is what it looks like. But very interesting. A bit of an accessory really, though, at the end. We do get head articulation on that one. Now we do get some extra hands here, and you got the fork and knife hands, looking very good. Of course, they're going to eat some humans. That's the most famous episode, that Treehouse of Horror that they reference on the back of the package. Going to eat some humans. I feel you got to use some of these specialty hands on both of these ones. You got to make them feel different, and you got to make them feel as special as you possibly can. Things like this do help that. And then, of course, you get that very scientific ray gun is what's going on here. Looks like something out of Toy Story or something. But you got red on the front, gray, blue fin on the sides. You got some lightning bolts. Just a little weapon action. It doesn't seem, no, it does not remove from the hand, so it is permanently in the hand there. So that's Kang's accessories. Now we get down to Kang himself, and he does come inside of this kind of like dome, and this dome is easily taken off. You just pull that over, slides over the top, a nice clear plastic dome. I do got a few scuffs on mine, I guess, now that I look at it, especially against the light. Definitely some scuffs throughout and some scratches. So I'm not sure exactly how that ended up happening, but I do have some of that. Your mileage may vary there. But then you pull him off and he just easily plugs and plays. So you can just easily move these back and forth, whatever you want to do. And I guess realistically, you could use any of these 4 heads in any body you really wanted to. You can really choose your own head adventure here. But this is just a straight up head. I mean, it's just a very hollow piece of plastic, very light. You kind of know what you're getting yourself into here. A big eyeball there, and I still got wrappings on here. I thought I got all the wrappings off the face. I did not, as even the eyes have wrapping on it. Man, they have this thing so protected. It's unbelievable. I'm definitely not against that, though. Oh, I see why now. Very interesting, as I was not aware this did this. And I think we saw these. Was it San Diego Comic-Con the first time we saw these, or was it before that? I feel like it was maybe before that. But you do got a rolling eye right here, which is pretty cool. You can just roll this eye around. You get the side eye if you want to, the front eye. So that is a little extra personality for these guys. There's not a lot of meat on the bone right here, but that gives them extra personality by being able to move the eyes back and forth. You got just that eye slit going on. And that's why they were taped there, so they wouldn't get it dislodged in the packaging. So I do think that is very cool. 2 big ears here. You got the mouth open. You got some foam coming out. Foaming out of the mouth, trying to eat Homer. That's what he's doing right there. Got some spots on the top. Pretty much your paint-by-numbers Kodos right here, or Kang in this instance here. Then you got one with the big teeth showing, the mouth is open, eyes closed, just living it up. Living that dream is what he's doing right here. But it's the same thing as the other one. Of course, eyes not going to move on this one because the eyes are shut. So we got that going there. Looking very interesting. Now we get into the body of this one. I guess we'll call it the body. You get a very scientific kind of plate he does sit on, connect to. You got some buttons in the front. And then you got the green, very tentacle-like arms, like an octopus or something. But you do get articulation. You get the up and down there. You get some side to side, up and down in the middle here. And then the top joint, you got some movement there. So you got some articulation. You do get some side to side on these front little flippers. And you get the same kind of articulation on both sides here. Looking very, very cool. It's a very, almost like a statue, not a figure, but it does have a lot of articulation, does have a lot of movement going on around it. So I guess it technically is a figure, but you could have easily made this that it doesn't move around or anything, and I think people would have bought it still. Now, I haven't mentioned yet, this is a $75 price point. These are very expensive, but these are massive. I mean, I have a big head, and it's about the same size as my head, as you can see right here. These are big shelf killers if there ever was one. You're going to have to stick these in the back of the shelf and put the rest of the Simpson characters all kind of through it and around it is what you're going to have to do. But very, very cool looking figure right here is Kang. But now we're going to turn our attention over to Kodos, partner in crime. We're going to go through his accessories first as well. We do get some reuse action here with the ray gun for him, so we get one for each of them. So we got a ray gun there. And then we get how to cook for 40 humans. Got to use this. One of the most iconic things. Of course, a lot of people thought 4 humans. Oh no, it was 40 humans is what we had here. So very cool Easter egg to the book. The book does not open anything like that, but very, very nice here. And then a little salt. Oh, of course, you got to put a little salt on those humans. They need some flavor, as we do know. So we do got that there. And then the final hand here is a little serving tray, and the top does come off. Nothing inside here. Would have been cool to see. Maybe Maggie could have fit in here or something. It would have been nice to see that. But it is a little serving tray hand. So once again, pretty cool right there. But now we're going to dive into Kodos here, and of course we do got that top casing here. Not as scratched up. A few little dings on this one, but nowhere near as scratched up as that one. But it isn't noticeable when I look at it. It's just when you look in the light real close. So once again, your mileage may vary. Articulation on this guy can be identical to the last one, so we don't need to go through that, of course. Very similar articulation, but the head is the difference between these guys. Going to pop that off real easy here. You do get the eyes that rotate. Once again, have to take the tape off on this guy. I didn't even notice this at first, so I really do like that, and I like that. It gives this a little extra personality. Just a little extra touch of personality with these figures. I am here for it all day long, and twice on Sunday, and how convenient since I'm filming this on a Sunday, so there you go. But the eye looks really good. Same eye mechanism we saw before. Got a little bit of that foaming at the mouth. Got the teeth gritted there, and of course some elf-like alien ears is what we'll call it on this one. Not too bad. And of course, like, I don't remember if I said it, but articulation, arms, everything identical to the last one. Getting the most out of your molds once again. Then we get this head, and this head also moves around. So we got tape once again that we're going to have to remove off of here as we keep unboxing this guy through the whole video, apparently. That's a wild thing, but I'm here for it. I'm here for some surprises in the action figure game. Really do like how these eyes track. It's like a big trackball right here. Big open mouth going on, looking absolutely wild. Is it the same head as this one? Oh, no, it's not. It's the same head as this one. It's just eyes closed, eyes open, choose your own adventure, getting the most out of your molds right there. Have to decide what heads I'm going to use for these guys. Kind of want the more expressive heads. I want these guys to look as wild as possible on my shelf. We'll see how it ends up netting out, net, I guess, in my collection. But man, two very fun figures here. Boy, some big shelf killers, if there ever was such a thing as a shelf killer. Not going to be for everybody. A lot of people going to be turned off by the price point. A lot of people going to be turned off with the Simpsons losing the line, or Super 7 losing the Simpsons line. Easy for me to say. I understand all of that. But what we have right here is something really fun, and it would be a total must-have if this line was continuing. I think a lot of people would want these in their collection. They're so different, they're so big, they're so fun. Just a fun time here at the channel on these two heaviest of heavy hitter figures here in Kang and Kodos. But what are your thoughts on Kang and Kodos? Pickups? Long games? No games? The way too expensive for my wallet game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content, of course, over on Patreon, including early access to both YouTube channel videos, bonus pizza reviews, dog stuff, Q&As, you name it. It's all going on over on the Patreon every single day. And it is truly the best way to support this very YouTube channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and Instagram. Hit me up over there if you do want a copy of my book here, The Complete Guide to the Classic Superstar Series. Of course, hardcover available on Barnes & Noble. Amazon is where I recommend to get the soft cover for. But if you want an autographed edition, hit me up on the messages or messengers, and I'll get something figured out with you for sure. But about 700 pages, as you guys know by now. A labor of love, if there ever was one. So there it is, Super 7, Kang and Kodos. I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.